Okay, good afternoon all. We are in Fourier series representation of periodic continuous time signals. So we are considered certain arbitrary signals, and we are going to approximate the arbitrary signal using so many number of sinusoids, and those are all periodic. Okay, our particular our topic is continuous time Fourier. That one, the first one is continuous time Fourier series. You are dividing your signal into series. That means you are representing or maybe approximating the signal in terms of number of sinusoids. So those all are okay. They are a linear. They are like this. A function as a linear combination of infinity number of mutually orthogonal to each other within certain interval. So Fourier series representation of periodic continuous time signals. So you are representing or maybe approximating the given signal in terms of so many number of mutually orthogonal functions. So basically what we are doing is we are representing or approximating our signal in terms of sinusoids. See the first one A naught plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos n omega naught t plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity pn sin n omega naught t. So A naught is a average or mean of the function with respect to the fundamental time period. That means you are relating your function with respect to a DC component. See, DC means direct current, AC analog alternative current. That means frequency related. This is DC. That means you are verifying whether the signal contains any low frequency components, DC components, not only DC components but also multiple number of frequency related components. That means simply you can say that you are converting your signal into frequency related onto the frequency domain. Simply you can say that f of t is converted into f of y, x of t is converted into f of y, or maybe f of okay x of, let us consider x of t. Okay, there may be a small x of t is a signal, and you are dividing the series where the Fourier series coefficients are a naught, an, and bn. These all are the Fourier series coefficients, and the other name is spectral component with related spectral coefficients. That means you are converting the time domain signal into frequency related. Therefore, whatever these coefficients, linear combination of particular mutually orthogonal functions have certain coefficients, Fourier coefficients are having this series one a naught is equal to 1 by t. T is the fundamental time period of periodic signal. So integration within the time limits capital T f of t dt, you are finding the average or mean of the function. That is, you are relating f of t is relating with respect to a DC component. Such a way f of t is relating with the sinusoids, cosine and sine. These two are mutually orthogonal to each other, and whatever these coefficients are having characteristics totally different from Bn. An are totally different from Bn because cos is a even signal, sine is a odd signal. Even though both are periodic signals, but cos and omega naught t is comes under even signal, symmetrical signal, and sin and omega naught t comes under odd signal, unsymmetrical signal. That means whatever the function you are comparing with this sinusoid is relating as certain coefficient, and this is totally different from this one. Now, okay, we know that one fundamental time period is capital T and the angular frequency is omega naught. So whenever he will give the periodic signal, in order to represent in terms of trigonometrical Fourier series, you have to find out the fundamental time periods and the angular frequencies to distinguish the values. What is omega naught? What is capital T? Okay, what are these values of these You have to find out these functions, relations, formulas, for example, formulas. Okay. Now, suppose the second one, that means we have divided the sinusoids in terms of exponential components, complex exponential components using your Euler's principle. You know that when your mathematics, you can divide the represent the sinusoids in terms of complex exponential signals. Euler's principle. So Euler's rule. So cos is equals to exponent e power x plus e power minus x by 2, and sine is equals to sinusoidal function is equals to e power x minus e power minus x by 2j. So you are representing sinusoids in terms of complex exponential functions. Therefore, you will get here two-sided exponential components, complex components, two-sided. That means see k equal to minus infinity infinity. Why the k is it is from minus infinity infinity? For example, the previous this one, see it is taken from n is equal to 0 to infinity. That means if you consider what is the a property of this particular representation approximation, this comes under causal, because then n, whatever the summation of those many approximations are from 0 to infinity. There is no information, there is no summation of components before 0. Means it comes under causal property, because see the summation is taken 0 to infinity. That means present value is there and also past value. Now after dividing your cosine or maybe sinusoidal signals into exponential, you will collect two complex exponential signals. One is e power plus j omega naught t. Second one e power minus j omega naught t. There are two complex exponentials. One is at plus j omega naught t. Second one is minus j omega naught t. See, that's why the series is it is taken from k is minus infinity to infinity. This is also causal. Both are causal. Causality అనేది ఎందుకు తీసుకుంటాం అంటే after dividing the signal into so many number of signals, once again if you want to reconnect the signal using these many components, విడగొట్టేసాం కదమ్మా, ఇండివిజువల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ కింద మనం విడగొట్టేసాం. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇవన్నీ కంబైన్ చేయాలి. కంబైన్ చేయడాన్ని మనం ఏం పిలుస్తాం అంటే సింథసిస్ అంటాం. సింథసైజింగ్ ద all the components to reconstruct the original signal is known as synthesizing అంటాం. సింథసిస్ అంటే. సో సింథసైజ్ చేయాలి అంటే రియలైజేషన్ వాడి ఉద్దేశంలో. అంటే దీన్ని మనం కాంపోనెంట్స్ లోకి రియలైజ్ చేయాలన్నా లేదా సో మెనీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ని ఇఫ్ ఐ యాడ్ వన్స్ అగైన్ ఇట్ మస్ట్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ ఒరిజినల్ సిగ్నల్. we require causality. అంటే ఇది విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఫిల్టర్స్. అంటే డిఎస్పీలో బాగా అర్థమవుతుంది. ప్రజెంట్ కేసు ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం, కాజువల్ ప్రాపర్టీని యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ whatever the approximation components are from 0 to infinity, causal property it is following. That's why it is from 0 to infinity, and after dividing cos, it is in terms of minus j. That is why k is from minus infinity to infinity. You don't consider ఇది మరి మైనస్ నుంచి 0 వరకు కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా అంటే అక్కడ మనం కాస్ ని డివైడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత వచ్చాయి. నాకు సైన్ ని డివైడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత k అనేది ప్లస్ ఆర్ మైనస్ వాల్యూ 1 కింద డివైడ్ అయింది నాకు. దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో కమ్స్ అండర్ causal nature. Why we want causal? Because in order to realize, once again, reconstruct the original signal. Why we need to reconstruct, synthesize? Because we have divided into series. So many components in divide చేసేస్తున్నాం. మళ్ళీ కాంపోనెంట్స్ అన్ని యూజ్ చేసి నేను ఒరిజినల్ సిగ్నల్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే I have to use realization. I mean, causal property is one of the best property to realize in terms of components. అంటే ఫిజికల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ లో డిఫైన్ చేసుకోవడానికి కాజాలిటీ అనేది చాలా అవసరం నాకు. ఓకే, అది మీరు నెక్స్ట్ లేయర్ లో చదువుకుందరు. నో, సో వాట్ ఆర్ దీస్ ఏకే ఆర్ ద ఫోరియర్ కోఎఫిషియెంట్స్ ఆర్ కోఎఫిషియెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫోరియర్ సిరీస్. ఓకే, కోఎఫిషియెంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫోరియర్ సిరీస్. therefore AK is given as 1 by capital T integration the time limits, fundamental time period capital T f of t into e power minus j k omega naught t dt. Minus ఎందుకు వచ్చింది అంటే you are finding the expression for ak. అంటే ఇది ఇలా you have considered దీని ఇలా బయటికి తీసుకొచ్చాం, రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ నుంచి లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ కి మార్చుకున్నాం మనం ఈ పర్టికులర్ వాల్యూ. therefore we got negative. So you are now it is complex conjugated. In the previous class we have considered two complex numbers and we have approximated one complex number using another complex number, where we have conjugated one complex number. You remember f1 into f2 star. Here also the same one. See, we are approximating f of t using complex conjugate component, where you have taken conjugation of the approximated signal. That's why my negative వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ మనకు. ఓకేనా అమ్మా, నెగటివ్ తీసుకోవాల్సి వచ్చింది కాంజుగేషన్. సో ak is 1 by t integration find time units f of t e power j k omega naught t. Now if I put k equal to 0, it returns a naught constant. Sometimes this is known as average value of the function or mean value of the given function with respect to the fundamental time period capital T, approximated with the constant at a naught వస్తుంది నాకు if I put k equal to 0. Okay namma, that means what is the expression? If I put k equal to 0, this is your expression 1 by t, I mean formula integration t f of t dt. Okay na. Therefore, so the next one, so these Fourier coefficients are known as spectral coefficients. These Fourier coefficients are known as spectral coefficients. Spectral means you are entered into frequency domain. That means we are considering x of t in time domain and you are transforming into Fourier domain. Fourier domain means frequency domain. You are entered into the frequency. That means you are finding frequency components. These all are frequency. Fourier series antene f antene frequency components. But ekkada unnayamma ee frequency components ante they are all discrete. They all the components, the frequency components are maybe spectral coefficients. Those are at a particular frequency or maybe a particular coefficient k equal to minus infinity infinity. Oka value దగ్గర define చేయబడి ఉంటుంది ఖచ్చితంగా. Therefore we can say that whatever the spectral components of given x of t is totally depends upon the frequency, amplitude and phase of a sinusoid. See, I'll repeat it. See this one. What is this one? See, whatever the signal you are representing in terms of sinusoids contains frequency 2 pi into f naught. F naught is the frequency where this particular sinusoid is defined. Is it? Such a way, fundamental time period is given for the periodic signals. Such a way, amplitude or you can say magnitude. Okay. So, the Fourier analysis lo vachamu ante you are understanding the frequency related components of the given time signal, continuous time signal. అంటే ఎలా చెప్పొచ్చు మనం x of t in terms of x of f అంటే frequency అనుకోండి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ if I divide this cost into two complex exponential signals, రెండు కాంప్లెక్స్ ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ సిగ్నల్స్ కింద డివైడ్ చేశాను అంటే ఒకటి ఎక్కడ డిఫైన్ అయి ఉంటుందమ్మా, f naught దగ్గర డిఫైన్ అయి ఉంటుంది. సెకండ్ sinusoid is defined at minus f naught because see k is defined from -2 plus infinity, అంటే 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3. That means e power j omega naught t e power j or minus omega naught t e power 2j omega naught t e power minus 2j omega naught t. That means whatever the frequency components, a spectral component of your signal is defined discretely. ఒక్కొక్క ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ దగ్గర దాని యొక్క యాంప్లిట్యూడ్, దాని యొక్క ఫేజ్ డిఫైన్ చేయబడుతుంది. సో దోస్ ఆర్ నోన్ యాజ్ స్పెక్ట్రల్ కోఎఫిషియెంట్స్. సో we will use this spectral analysis basically to propagate the signals, modulation. and అందుకే చెప్పాను అనలాగ్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్, డిజిటల్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్ లో ఏం చేస్తామమ్మా ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ నేచర్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. జస్ట్ ఒకసారి మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా వినుంటారు. Electromagnetic spectrum. It contains so much different signals, sometimes waves, from low frequency analysis to the high frequency analysis. That is okay. Antena electromagnetic spectrum ante spectrum antene entante adi is related to frequency and lambda. Okay, lambda అనేది మీరు ఫిజిక్స్ లో చదువుకుని ఉంటారు. But here what we are relating frequency, amplitude and phase. Okay, so whatever this spectral coefficients we are finding from two responses, and after finding the AK we have to find out magnitude spectrum and phase spectrum. See, spectral or Fourier coefficients, magnitude spectrum. You have to take the magnitude of the individual coefficient. That individual coefficient is it is in the form of rectangular form, A plus J into B. You have to find out the modulus of that value, and it such a way you have to find out the phase angle. You just use the formulas from your mathematics. Root over A square plus B square, tan inverse B by A, where you have to find out the magnitude and the phase. So every frequency related component, spectral component, is having its own magnitude, its own amplitude and phase. That it is discrete. I'll repeat. K అనేది integer కదమ్మా. అంటే k equal to 1 దగ్గర నువ్వు డిఫైన్ చేస్తున్నావు అంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ పుట్ k equal to 1 అంటే a1 into e power j omega naught t. See, what is omega naught? 2 pi into f naught. Therefore, what is the frequency? Is f naught. So whatever this particular complex exponential function, the sinusoid is having frequency f naught. At that frequency, the discrete component has the magnitude of modulus a1, angle of a1. Spectral coefficients. K is equal to 0 degra, K equal to 1 degra, K equal to 2 degra. Like this, each individual discrete frequencies degra, you are defining the value of either amplitude and the related phase. You want to define this. So this is the similarity. A1 is the similarity of the Fourier coefficient with respect to f of t and your sinusoid at f naught. Okay, this is going to be the next class. So whatever this AK spectral coefficient, modulus of AK into e power j into angle of AK. Okay, so this is the magnitude spectrum. This is the phase spectrum. You have to draw the two spectrums at an individual K. At a K lo represent chestunte, it's at a particular discrete value, you will see the magnitude and the phase. Maybe if you want to represent in terms of frequency, then at a particular frequency, amplitude and the phase. Now, let us enter into some other important topic. What is the type of signal you are considering here? We are considering periodic signal. Therefore, there may be a limitation whether the Fourier series exists or not, or converge for the particular periodic signal or not. Then we have to see the Dirichlet conditions. I repeat, Fourier series ane deనికి అప్లై చేస్తున్నామమ్మా, periodic signals అప్లై చేస్తాం. So periodic signals కి మీరు అప్లై చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి whether the periodic signal contains Fourier series or not అనేది ఎవరు చెప్పాలి మనకంటే, we have to test with the Dirichlet conditions. There are three types of Dirichlet conditions such that the periodic signal has Fourier series or spectral components, or maybe magnitude spectrum and the phase spectrum. First one, over any period of time, the signal must be absolute integrable. So let us understand this one. Absolute integrable అనేది ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేసాం మనం? స్టెబిలిటీలో యూజ్ చేసాం. Let us go back to the stability, where we have taken certain impulse response of the system. If the impulse response of the LTA system is stable, you have to find out the absolute integration. If the impulse response of the LTA system is absolute integrable, then you are saying the system is stable. Here also you are checking with respect to the given periodic signal whether it is bounded in or not. Bounded in అంటే ఏంటండి, ప్రాపర్ లిమిట్స్ లో ఉంది అంటేనే ఆ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఏమొస్తుంది, నాకు ఫైనైట్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి లెస్ దాన్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఉంటుంది. సో ఫస్ట్ Dirichlet condition for which the periodic signal has Fourier series is it must be absolute integrable. Second one, for the periodic signal, suppose అంటే ఫస్ట్ కేసు సాల్వ్ అయ్యింది, సెకండ్ కేసులో it must contain maximas and minimas must be finite అంటున్నారు. Let us see what is this maxima and minima. అంటే ఒకవేళ ఇది if it is proper limitation ఉండి bounded in signal అయినా కూడా there may be a problem with finite number of maximas and finite number of minimas. Okay. Now the next one, it must contain finite number of discontinuities in a finite time. So there are three different variations: maximas and minimas and discontinuities. I'll repeat it. So for any periodic signal, if Fourier series exist అవుతుందా, ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుదా అంటే దానికి స్పెక్ట్రల్ అనాలిసిస్ ఉందా లేదా అంటే ఏకే అనేది ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసుకుని మనం మాగ్నిట్యూడ్ స్పెక్ట్రమ్ కానీ ఫేజ్ స్పెక్ట్రమ్ కానీ డ్రా చేయగలుగుతున్నాం లేదా అనేది we have to consider we have to check the condition, Dirichlet condition. First one is the signal must be absolute integrable. Second one, it must contain proper finite maximas and minimas within the defined interval. Actually, within the defined interval must contain finite discontinuities. సో మనకి ఇది ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు, సిగ్నల్ అంటే బౌండెడ్ సిగ్నల్ అంటే ఆ బౌండ్స్ ఉంటే దానికి ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ చేస్తే నాకు వాల్యూ రిటర్న్ అవుతుంది. బట్ వాట్ అబౌట్ మాక్సిమాస్, మినిమాస్ అండ్ డిస్కంటిన్యూటీస్? Suppose if you consider there is an alternative signal, certain sinusoid is there, and in that sinusoid, whatever this peak value and in the highest state, this one, see, while it is going towards maximum value and while it is coming towards the negative. So this is the maximum value is known as maxima and the minimum is known as the minima. That means whether the signal, it is repeating its pattern for every fundamental time period. Adokati justify cheste saripodu, but also it must contain finite number of minimas and finite number of maximas. అంటే చూడండిదమ్మా, ఇది పీక్, ఇది ఈ వాల్యూ మాక్సిమం ఉంటుంది, ఇది కూడా నెగిటివ్ పీక్, ఇది మాక్సిమం ఉంటుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ దీస్ టూ ఒక వాల్యూ ఏమో తగ్గిపోతూ ఉంటుంది, ఇంకో వాల్యూ పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో దీస్ టూ వాల్యూస్, సపోజ్ వైల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ alternating, it must contain finite number of maximas and minima. Such a way, if you consider the discontinuity, see, it is at a particular amplitude, suddenly it changes to some other amplitude. It contains different amplitudes, suddenly it changes to different amplitude after a certain time period. This is known as discontinuity. Discontinuity, sudden గా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది amplitude, ఒక పాయింట్ నుంచి ఇంకో పాయింట్కి, ఎప్పుడు టైం చేంజ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు. So certain type of discontinuities also it must contain finite. Suppose there are examples where the Dirichlet conditions are violated. Those examples are, for example, if you see the signal, this is a periodic signal and it is repeating its pattern. But the problem is, see, x of t is equal to 1 by t from 0 to 1. At 0, amplitude of the signal is infinity. At 1, amplitude of the signal is 1. The signal is, it is repeating its pattern, but the problem, when I integrate the signal, that means when I find out the mean value or average value, what happens? That it returns infinity value. And the signal is not comes under absolute integrable. Therefore, it violates the Dirichlet condition that signals does not contain Fourier series. Now, such a way, if you consider the signal, it is also repeating its pattern. It is also comes under periodic signal, but the problem is it contains so many number of maximas and minimas. See, the maximas are infinity number of maximas, infinity number of minimas. So for this type of signal, sin 2 pi by t. That's why the second condition violates. This particular signal is violating the second Dirichlet condition. What is the second Dirichlet condition? Finite interval లో finite maximas and minimas ఉండాలి. అది violate చేస్తుంది నా సెకండ్. థర్డ్ క్వశ్చన్ లో, suppose this is also a periodic signal. but the problem is it contains infinity number of discontinuities. But it is having fundamental time period, capital 8. For the signal, fundamental time period 1. For the signal, fundamental time period 1. At every fundamental time period, the signals are repeating its pattern. But the problem is they are violating the given Dirichlet conditions. What are the Dirichlet conditions to exist Fourier series? First one is the signal must be absolute integrable. Second one, within a proper time limit, I mean time this one period of time, it must contain finite maximas and finite minima. Such a way, within a proper time limitation, it must contain finite discontinuities. Okay, Nama? Now, okay, quickly I will consider a problem here. Which problem is suppose I have taken sinusoidal signal x of t equal to sine omega naught t. Okay, there are two series. One is trigonometrical Fourier series, and second one is what is the second one? Exponential Fourier series. But already your signal is expressed in the sinusoids. Already sinusoids undi kadamma. So no need to go for a trigonometrical Fourier series. So we can directly go for the exponential Fourier series. Then అంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా దీన్ని మనం కాంప్లెక్స్ ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్ సిగ్నల్స్ లో డివైడ్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. You see this one, sin omega naught t is divided into 1/2j e power j omega naught t minus 1/2j e power minus j omega naught t. That means this is one spectral component. This is also another spectral component. But at a particular frequency, this component is having individual amplitude and individual phase. Such a way, for a particular frequency, this component is having a particular amplitude and particular phase. How many spectral components are there? There are two spectral components. That depends upon the frequency. See, here it is f0, here it is minus f0. Suppose, let us compare this expression. Summation k equal to minus infinity infinity ak e power j k omega naught t. Just compare these exponential component e power j, where k must be returned. Ikkada 1 vachindamma, ikkademo -1 vachindi. See, omega naught is multiplied by -1, omega naught is multiplied by 1. Kabatti k anedi ikkada 1. See, k into omega naught into t. So k equal to 1, k equal to -1. Therefore, there are two coefficients. One is at k equal to 1, second one is at k equal to -1. Therefore, a1 and a -1. Therefore, ak is equal to a1 is equal to, what is the value? A1. This entire, this is a1. See, ak. So a1 is 1/2j. What about a -1? Is -1/2j. See, it is in the terms of rectangular form lo untayani cheptunnam kadamma. A plus j into b form lo untayi. Okay. Now you have to find out the spectrum. Spectrum rendu rakalu. Okati magnitude spectrum, rendodi phase spectrum. So first individual components ivanni marki. I'll repeat. You are finding the values on discrete k. At a particular k equal to 1 దగ్గర amplitude anta atlage phase anta. Such a way, at k equal to -1, what is the magnitude? What is the phase? So a1 magnitude తీసుకున్నారు, magnitude of 1/2j. So root over a square plus b square, we got the same value 1/2. Such a way, modulus of a -1. So modulus of -1/2j చేశారు, ఎంత వచ్చింది? 1/2. Therefore, you are having only two coefficients, and after finding the magnitude spectrum, you have drawn a, see here, magnitude spectrum on k axis. K means ikkada mana k anedi discrete value. At that value, you are seeing the magnitude value and phase. What is the phase here? See, phase angle of 1/2j. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మ్యాథ్స్ చేసి ఉంటారు. a plus j into b అంటే ఏం రాసుకుని ఉంటారు? tan inverse of b by a రాసుకుని ఉంటారు. అదే 1/a plus j into b ఉంటే minus tan inverse of b by a రాసుకుని ఉంటారు. అంతేనా? Therefore, ఇక్కడ 1/2j ఉంది కాబట్టి minus tan inverse of 2/0 infinity. So we got minus 90 degrees. But you have to represent in terms of radians. అంటే 3.14 తీసుకోండి అమ్మా. -3.14/2. ఇట్ ఈస్ -1.57. నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ వాల్యూకి మళ్ళీ మీరు ఫేజ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేశారు, ప్లస్ 90 degrees వచ్చింది. దట్ ఈస్ 1.57. Therefore, A1. See, what is A1? A1 is 1/2j. What is A -1? -1/2j. ఎట్లా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసాం? We have compared the original expression k into omega naught into t. సో k వాల్యూ అనేది ఇక్కడ 1 వచ్చింది, ఇక్కడ k వాల్యూ -1 వచ్చింది. అకార్డింగ్ టు k there are two coefficients. One is A1, second one is A -1. So what is A1? 1/2j. What is A -1? -1/2j. Now individual coefficients ki individual magnitude, individual phase calculate chesam. I repeat, how many spectral coefficients are there? There are two spectral coefficients at k equal to 1, k equal to -1. Suppose if you want to find out in terms of frequency, you have to divide the omega naught into 2 pi f naught. 2 pi f naught. The same expression, cos omega naught t, half into e power j omega naught t plus half into e power minus j omega naught t. So omega naught t అనే దాన్ని 2 pi f naught కింద మార్చేసాను. ఇక్కడ మైనస్ వచ్చింది చూడండమ్మా. సో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ ఏమన్నా చెక్ చేసుకోండి. The first frequency is f naught, second frequency is minus f naught. Therefore, the sinusoid one where we are comparing with the x of t is defined at f naught. Second one is defined at minus f naught. Therefore, your spectrum is like this. That means there are two representations. If you want to represent in terms of k, you can directly represent like this. At k, what is the magnitude? What is the phase? Suppose if you want to represent in terms of frequency, the జాగ్రత్తగా మీరు ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీతో డివైడ్ చేసి at what particular frequency the two coefficients, I mean whatever this magnitude come phase ఎట్లా ఉందో find out చేయాలి. Okay, we will solve the different problems in the coming class. Okay, just you remember whatever this function, time domain function, is converted into frequency related discrete spectrum. Frequency related discrete spectrum. See, at a particular frequency, the magnitude and phase is defined. This is one spectral component. How many spectral components are there for cosinusoidal omega naught t? Two spectral components are there. At what particular frequency the two components are defined? One is at f naught, second one is at minus f naught. So this is a generalized question. Cos of omega naught t is a generalized question. That's why the frequency is generalized f naught. But if it is given 1, 2, 5, something else, you have to find out the frequency and see at what particular frequency we are finding the magnitude at an angle of certain angle. Okay, na? So in the coming classes, we will pick up so many number of periodic signals and we'll apply the exponential series or maybe trigonometrical series and we'll find out the coefficient. Then we'll solve the magnitude spectrum and the phase spectrum. Now, suppose if the periodic signal is has certain Fourier series, it will be defined with respect to Dirichlet conditions, whether it contains or not. So, what are Dirichlet conditions? Your signal must be absolute integrable. Signal must contain finite number of maximas and minima. Signal must contain finite number of discontinuities within a finite interval of time. For example, what is maximum? So this is the maximum. What is minima? This is the minima. So these are the discontinuities. Now how many discontinuities are here? 3 discontinuities in a proper time limitation. But what is the problem? So discontinuities are infinite even though the signal is periodic. That's why it is violating the Fourier series or Dirichlet conditions. These 3 signals does not have Fourier series. But ఎలా మరి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఎలా ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తారు మీరు అంటే there will be alternative procedures, alternative methods to extract the approximated components. You know, there may be other methods, advanced methods, some transformations, some methods are there. Certain type of signals ఏం చేస్తామమ్మా Fourier series exist కాకపోవచ్చు కానీ some other methods యూజ్ చేసుకుని మనం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ని ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తాం. రైట్.